Have you ever woken up with a heavy heart, feeling like the day ahead seems foggy, uncertain, as if each step could lead you down a confusing path? Perhaps today you awakened with your mind full of questions, with decisions that seem impossible, with thoughts tangled like knotted threads. Know that this moment is no accident. You're here because your heart seeks something greater, because your soul longs for clarity, for direction, for true peace. Before you begin your day, before you launch into the demands, the tasks, the pressures that the world places upon your shoulders, I invite you to take a sacred pause. Breathe deeply. Allow this time to be an intimate encounter, a moment when you open your heart completely, without masks, without pretenses, just you before the divine. This prayer I'm sharing with you isn't just text to be heard passively. It's an invitation for you to pray along with me, word by word, feeling by feeling. Let each phrase penetrate deeply into your soul. And if this message touches your heart, if you feel these words were made for you at this exact moment, please leave your like, hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next gatherings, and share this prayer with someone who also needs direction. Now close your eyes if you can, quiet your heart, and let's together surrender this new day into the hands of the one who sees all, who knows all, and who loves us with everlasting love. Lord, here I am. Another day opens before me like an unknown road, and I confess that my heart awakens full of doubts, of uncertainties, of confusion that seems like dense clouds covering the path I should follow. I wake with an agitated mind, with thoughts that multiply like restless waves, and I feel I cannot see clearly what lies ahead of me. That's why I come to you this morning, not with ready answers, not with my own strength, but with my vulnerability exposed, with my heart opened like a book whose pages only you can fully read. I come because I recognize that without you, my steps get lost. My paths become mazes with no exit, and my soul wanders in endless circles of anxiety and fear. God, I acknowledge you in all my ways. I acknowledge that every decision I need to make today, every word I will speak, every choice before me needs your wisdom. Because when I try to walk alone, when I trust only in my own understanding, I end up stumbling. I end up getting lost on shortcuts that seem promising but lead me to barren places, to deserts where there's no life, where there's no peace. I confess that many times I wake already carrying yesterday's weight. I bring with me unresolved worries, mistakes I made, words I shouldn't have said, opportunities I let slip away. And all of this accumulates like thick fog around me, preventing me from seeing the new day that you prepared for me with such care, with such love. Forgive me, Lord, for all the times I woke up and threw myself into the day without first seeking your face. Forgive me for starting my mornings looking first at screens, at news, at the world's demands, instead of looking first to you, of seeking first your presence. How many times did I throw myself into the rush without preparing my heart, without aligning my soul with your will? And then I wonder why the day becomes so heavy, why confusion only increases. Today, I choose differently. Today, I stop before you and say, prepare my path, Lord. Not just the physical path I'll travel, not just the places where my feet will tread, but the path of my heart, the path of my thoughts, the path of my emotions. Prepare every area of my life that needs to be organized, every corner of my soul that needs to be cleaned, every space of my mind that needs to be renewed. Remove all confusion from me, Lord. Remove the thoughts that multiply like weeds, trying to suffocate the peace you want to plant in me. Remove the voices that shout inside my head, voices of doubt, of fear, of insecurity, voices that tell me I'm not capable, that I won't make it, that I'm alone. May all these voices be silenced before your voice, which is gentle but powerful, which is meek but transforms everything. I know you promised to make my paths straight, and I cling to that promise this morning. Because my paths are crooked, Lord, they're full of curves I cannot predict, of obstacles I don't know how to overcome. There are moments When I look ahead and all I see is darkness, uncertainty, as if I were walking in an endless tunnel. But you, who are the true light, you can illuminate every inch of that path. You can transform curves into straight lines, can remove the stones that would make me stumble, can open a way where I only saw an impossible wall to cross. I place before you, at this moment, all the decisions I need to make today. That professional choice that keeps me up at night, that difficult conversation I need to have, that family situation that seems without solution, that financial problem that oppresses me, that relationship issue that confuses me. I surrender all of this into your hands because I recognize that you see what I don't see. You know what I don't know. You understand what's beyond my limited comprehension. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. May your wisdom illuminate every decision I make today. May I not lean only on what my physical eyes can see, but may I learn to see with the eyes of the Spirit, with the perception that comes from you. Because so many times what seems right to my natural eyes is a path that takes me away from you, and what seems difficult or impossible is exactly the door you're opening for my growth, for my transformation. Lord, I ask you for discernment this morning. Discernment to separate the urgent from the important, the noise from the truth, illusion from reality. We live in times when we're bombarded by 1,000 voices, 1,000 opinions, 1,000 different directions. Everyone says they know what's best for me. Everyone has advice. Everyone has ready answers. But I want to hear your voice above all others. I want your whisper to be louder in my heart than the world screams. Cleanse my mind of all mental pollution I've accumulated, the negative thoughts that repeat like a scratched record, the worries that steal my peace, the fantasies that distance me from reality, the lies I believed about myself, about you, about life. May all of this be washed by your truth, purified by your presence, renewed by your love. I realize, Lord, how so often the confusion in my life comes from me trying to control everything, from wanting to have all the answers before taking the first step. It comes from my fear of being wrong, from my need to have absolute certainty before moving. But you call me to walk by faith, not by sight. You invite me to trust even when I don't understand, to follow even when I don't see the final destination, to take the next step, even when everything around me seems uncertain. Help me to let go, Lord. Help me to open these hands that close so tightly, trying to hold, control, manipulate outcomes. Help me understand that true peace doesn't come from having all the answers, but from knowing the one who is the answer. It doesn't come from controlling the future, but from trusting the one who holds the future in his hands. This morning I choose to surrender control. I surrender my plans, even those I consider most important. I surrender my dreams, even those I've cherished for so long. I surrender my expectations, even those that seem most reasonable, because I know your plans are greater. Your dreams for me are more beautiful, and your expectations for my life are infinitely more glorious than anything I could imagine for myself. I ask that you remove from my path today everything that is spiritual distraction, those things that seem good but that actually divert me from your purpose for me, those opportunities that shine to my eyes but that don't come from you, those relationships that drain my spiritual energy instead of strengthening me, those occupations that fill my time but empty my soul. May I have courage today to say no to what needs to be denied and to say yes to what you're calling me to embrace. Even if this means disappointing some people, even if this means going against external expectations, even if this means choosing a path less understood by those around me. Lord, there are areas of my life where confusion reigns like a tyrannical queen. There are relationships where I no longer know how to act. There are professional situations where I feel lost. There are emotional issues where it seems I walk in circles without ever reaching a resolution. And I ask you, invade these areas with your clarity. May your light penetrate every dark corner, every confused space, every territory where chaos has established its throne. Where there's doubt, plant certainty. Where there's fear, plant courage. Where there's confusion, plant clarity. Where there's anxiety, plant peace. Where there's discouragement, plant renewed hope. May my heart be like a garden where you work every morning, removing weeds, planting seeds of life, watering with your grace, allowing flowers of purpose and peace to bloom where before there was only dryness and disorder. I recognize that often the confusion in my life is a consequence of my own wrong choices, of the times I didn't consult you, of the times I followed my own ways, of the times I let pride or haste guide my decisions. I recognize my responsibility, and I ask that you transform even the consequences of my mistakes into learning opportunities, into steps for my growth, into redemption stories that one day I can share to encourage others. Prepare my path, but also prepare me for the path, because I know the problem isn't only in external circumstances, but also in my heart. Shape my character, transform my perspective, renew my mind. May I not be just someone who seeks an easier path, but someone who becomes stronger, wiser, more loving through the journeys you allow me to traverse. I also surrender to you the people who are part of my path today, those with whom I'll work, those with whom I'll interact, those who will somehow cross my day. May I be an instrument of your peace where there's conflict, light where there's darkness, love where there's coldness. May my presence in the environments I frequent today bring something of your kingdom, something of your heavenly atmosphere to earthly reality. And when the day gets difficult, when confusion tries to return, when problems present themselves bigger than my strength, remind me of this morning prayer. Remind me that I don't walk alone. Remind me that you go ahead of me, preparing the ground, opening doors, closing others, orchestrating everything for my good, even when I can't see the complete picture. May every step I take today be a step of faith. May every word I speak be seasoned with your wisdom. May every thought that passes through my mind be filtered by your truth. May every emotion I feel be processed in your presence and not in the loneliness of my own confusion. I surrender this day into your hands, Lord, not as someone who passively resigns, but as someone who actively trusts, not as someone who gives up acting, but as someone who acts in partnership with you, recognizing that you are the chief architect and I am a co-worker in your project. May this day be a testimony of what happens when a soul surrenders completely in the morning, when a heart chooses to seek first your kingdom and your righteousness, trusting that all other things will be added. Thank you, Lord, for this new day. Thank you for allowing me to begin it in your presence. Thank you because I know you've already seen this entire day from beginning to end, and that nothing that happens will catch you by surprise. Thank you because I can rest in the certainty that you are in control, that your love for me is unshakable, and that your purposes for my life are good, acceptable, and perfect. I now go into this day with a lighter heart, with a clearer mind, with a more centered soul. Not because all my problems were solved, but because I placed them all in the right hands. Not because the path ahead of me became completely clear, but because I know you will illuminate step by step as I need it. So be it. May your will prevail in every moment of this day. May your name be glorified through my life. May your peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard my heart and mind today and always. Amen. What a powerful prayer you just prayed. Feel how your heart is different now, how there's more lightness, more clarity, as if a fresh breeze has dissipated the fog that covered your thoughts upon awakening. This isn't just a prayer for today. Keep these words in your heart. Return to them whenever you feel confusion trying to dominate you again. Share this moment with someone you know needs direction, who's waking up every day not knowing which way to walk. If this prayer touched your heart, leave your comment below telling us how you felt. Which part spoke most to you? Your words might be, Exactly the encouragement another person needs to read today. Don't forget to like this content and share it with those who need to start their day in the divine presence. May you go now with the certainty that your path is being prepared, that all confusion is being dissipated, and that every step you take today will be guided by a wisdom greater than your own. Go in peace. Go with purpose. Go with a confident heart, knowing you don't walk